Senate Republicans say they hope to vote after Thanksgiving on a sweeping tax overhaul plan. But at this point, the bill faces some uncertainty.
I do think that we'll see changes in the Senate bill, whether that be before it passes or after it passes when it gets conferenced with the House bill.
Romina Bacha with the Conservative Heritage Foundation says she's optimistic that lawmakers will come together in the Senate and sort out their differences. But the bill's repeal of the Obamacare individual mandate may be a step too far for some Republicans.
I don't think that provision should be in the bill. I hope the Senate will follow the lead of the House and strike it.
Bacha says it's possible the Senate may decide to go in a different direction.
There are several ways in which the Senate could meet its more specific rules that could allow it to do things other than repealing the individual mandate. For example, if they were willing to close more special interest loopholes and deductions in other areas of the tax code.
Republicans only have a 52-48 majority in the Senate, meaning they can't afford to lose more than 2 votes if they want any bill to pass. The next 2 weeks will be critical for Senate leadership as they attempt to get enough members on board with the proposal.
Making our economy less equal is not what we should be doing right now.
Alex Rowell with the Center for American Progress, a left-leaning think tank, says the bill will harm middle-class families. And he says even members of the GOP have identified other flaws in the bill.
The bill actually encourages outsourcing by going to a tax system where foreign earnings are tax-free compared to our current system. There are a lot of Republicans that will be listening to that. I think it's going to be a very close fight. It's going to rely on what these senators are hearing from people back at home.
GOP leadership is pushing for a full Senate vote the week after Thanksgiving to allow enough time for the House and Senate to hash out a compromise plan both sides can agree on. In Washington, Samantha-Jo Roth, New York 1. In Washington, Samantha-Jo Roth, Spectrum News. In Washington, Samantha-Jo Roth on the road to City Hall. In Washington, Samantha-Jo Roth, Capitol Tonight. In Washington, Samantha-Jo Roth, Spectrum, Bay News 9. In Washington, Samantha-Jo Roth, Spectrum, News 13.